Welcome to Deliciously Motivated Mindset, hosted by Deborah and Moira. This podcast is designed to help listeners unlock their full potential, both personally and professionally, so they can thrive, not just survive. Deborah and Moira explore how natural tendencies don't always serve individuals and provide insights on how to harness existing strengths. Their goal is to equip listeners with the habits, mindset shifts, and strategies needed for lasting, meaningful change. Finding purpose and fulfillment can be challenging, but this podcast offers expert conversations, practical advice, and valuable tools to help align with a true sense of purpose and create a more fulfilling life. So grab a notebook, open your notes app, and get ready to take in some game-changing insights. Let's dive in.
Welcome, dear listeners. Welcome, dear Deb.
Hi.
Hello, lovely. Here we are with another one of our deliciously motivated mindset conversations. This one's a good one. I like talking about all about purpose. We're going to talk about strategies, for when purpose feels lost. It feels like a wee bit of a dance and a little bit of a harmonious flow with this one. That's the intention anyways.
I would probably say at least once every fortnight or 2 weeks that somebody approaches me and says, I've lost my purpose. So this is
very, very important.
Perfect. I know.
Important and well-timed.
It's a goodie.
But of course it's a goodie. But before we get into riffing and getting into contemplating our strategies, let's bring ourselves into the present moment, into some heart coherence. So I invite you to put one or both hands over your heart space and take a nice, nurturing, deep breath in, filling you up, and then sigh it out of your mouth. It's so important to just really allow yourself to land in the present moment. And doing these heart breaths, a really important technique. So like I said, you don't have to do the hands over your heart. I just like it because it kind of underlines what we're doing. So breathe in, inflating your chest, filling your heart. And breathe out, setting an intention that you're letting go of everything that's distracting you or woulda, coulda, shoulda, or kind of trying to sneak into your thinking process. Letting it all go, putting it down to the side. And again, breathing in. And breathing out and feeling the support beneath you, feeling held and cradled by whatever you're sitting or standing on. And one more nice deep breath, setting the intention that you're connecting with my energy, with Deb's energy, with the energy of all those listening to this episode, regardless of when or where. And if you are feeling a little bit discombobulated or like you've lost purpose or lost sight of it, your meaning, maybe set yourself a wee intention that you're going to hear or immerse yourself into that exact insight, inspiration that will help you flow in your best way. Setting that intention. And as you set the intention, you might want to reach out for your note-taking device. And we are going to get into our conversation. Strategies for when purpose feels lost. So the first strategy, and we've been doing this numerous times, is the first strategy is that heart coherence exercise of whatever iteration of it for you, because when purpose feels lost, you got to stay present in this moment. What really is happening, as opposed to your head going, 100 miles a minute going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Maybe purpose isn't lost at all. It just feels that way, right?
Yeah. I think, when we talk about our heart coherent, this is such a common one. And even though we started each time, this is serious. This is the one that's going to change just from doing something quick. And I know we talk about just for today, but I think that's a great one as well. Just for today, just for today, you can just focus on that heart coherent when things wobble. Just put your hand on your heart and breathe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just go back to yourself, ground yourself, and any of the once you got yourself into that pattern, it's just so organic that you go to the toilet, you wash your hands. It's just going to be so natural. I don't know about toilet washing hands, but actually you just instantly go, oh, hand on heart,
Yeah.
slow mo breathing down, focus, be present,
Yeah.
feel, and that instantly just gives you the edge, the push. I
Yeah.
don't know if you can say the edge, the push from that. But heart coherent is a great one, not to be missed at all.
No, no, and it anchors you back into, well, basically it realigns you to the flow coming through you,
Yeah,
right? Your
yeah,
purpose is actually always there. So
yeah.
maybe if it feels like it's lost, you could actually do that hand on your heart, and that helps you realign with that,
What?
right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, when I was when you were talking, I was thinking strategies when people feel lost. When purpose, same thing, by the way, feels lost. I was thinking to actually reframe that lost as a failure, not as a failure, but treat it as reframing, just that word. So instead of saying when purpose feels lost, when purpose feels like it's actually in a transition and it's moving. So it's just those little tweaks of the wording, the reframing, knowing that your purpose is never gone.
Right.
By the way, people, it's on track at every moment of every day. We just sometimes don't see it, but that goes back to that trust. But it doesn't actually vanish, and so it actually evolves. So when we can look at it as a transition, when
Hmm.
purpose feels like it's in a transition instead of feels lost, you're instantly taken that level of, oh, I'm feeling yuck about it, a 2 out of 10, to actually, oh, it's in a transition. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
in a transition stage. And it gives that celebration, that curiosity, that, oh, it's an 8 out of 10. It's not a something heavy. So like feel when I think about loss, when you're lost, it feels like it's no longer fits you. But when you're in a
mm,
transition, it's fitting you and flowing with you and going with you at each moment of the day. Does that make
absolutely.
sense?
It really does, because what I was thinking of when you said about the, if you land into this understanding of, oh, it's in transition, that can actually cultivate a sense of curiosity. Like,
Mm,
oh, what's it going to look like now as it goes through this transition, or is it up levels or shifts or
mm,
changes perspective, and it is for you.
yeah.
So that's a really good part, because sometimes with that, oh, my purpose, I've lost my purpose, I've lost my direction, I've lost my sense of fulfillment. Well,
Mm,
like you just said, maybe it's just taking on a different flavor, a different vibe. Maybe it's just shifting. And so rather than kind of berating yourself or telling yourself off, is to go, ooh, what am I going to discover now? And there's a sense
mm.
of lightness that comes with that, right?
Yeah, yeah. It instantly, because your shoulders actually sit back further. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is not as ick as what I thought or bad as what I thought. So it is just reframing those little words and leaning in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing. You see, I'm you know that one of my favorite quotes that you often reference is that all obstacles are on our way, not in our way. But even that, when it feels lost, it could feel like, oh, I've got this big block in front of me. Well, no, maybe this is just part of the flow that's on your way to fulfilling your audacious, auspicious, highest octave of what's possible for you,
Yeah. And
right?
I think when we go with that one, just everything's on your way, not in the way.
Mhm.
Um, build that. I know we talked about it recently in a couple of podcasts ago about the evidence,
Hmm.
and build the evidence, stack that up, and so that you've actually got that sitting in your brain. So when the internal thought goes, oh, I can't do that, or that's not going to work, you've actually got that core based evidence that's sitting there you can pull up and go, well, there you go. That debunks that story because it worked last time.
Hmm.
Well, I don't even know. It's worked the last 7 times, so I don't know where you've got that thought from, Deborah. And letting it go. And I think those are the key things is building that evidence so that it's sitting there. So when it does pop in, instead of going, Moira and Deb said I need to let it go and stop letting this worry me and I need to find curiosity and I don't want to. But if you have instant evidence, it's done. That's it. You don't have to think about Moira and Deb. Moira and Deb told me I need to do this.
Or you
Jump on.
can, but don't feel forced into something that's not right for you.
That's right. That's right. But
That
having
brings,
that evidence is valid. Yeah.
having the evidence is an important one, but that brings me right into bringing some gratitude into it, right? Because
Yeah.
if you are in a bit of a funk and you're oh, I suck, I've dropped the ball, I'm not getting right, I'm not calibrated to what I thought I was going to have to do or wanted to do, but that's all just aspects of the inner dialogue. Whereas if you come back to that beautiful heart resonance, that seat of your soul, and have some gratitude for that inner dialogue, because technically speaking, that inner dialogue is looking out for you. It wants the best. It wants success. It wants you to look good, to be successful. So if you say thank you, because it's not actually helping you, but you say thank you, that was based on a past situation or a past situation, past experience, but it doesn't suit now. So thank you. I really appreciate you trying to look out for me, but we're going to do it a different way. I'm going to realign. I'm going to reset. I'm going to step up. Even if I can't see the right next step, doesn't mean it's not there. Right?
Yeah.
So thank you.
Oh, wow. Trust and truth.
There we go.
Trust and truth.
Gratitude, trust, and truth.
Yeah, I think that's, and they could have a whole page on their own.
Yes.
Yeah. But gratitude, trust, and truth are vital to this. When I was thinking about this, I was thinking obligation.
Well, that one's come up a few times of late, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think wonder what's going on in Deborah's world. But obligation is a great one. So you just want to check when you're choosing to do things, is this mine or is this somebody else because someone else has asked me to do it? Or do I feel out of alignment to doing it? Because your energy is, if you're doing this under a should, if you're doing anything they've asked you under I should do this, or I should do this to get the money in the bank, or I should do this because it's going to please my family, or I should do this to prove a point to myself, or any of those things, the should is going to drain you more than your inspired purpose. So check in.
100%. Should has to be a red flag.
Yeah, should is a freeze. That's a concrete in your wellies, your gumboots. Yeah, this is definitely a should. As soon as that comes up. But just pivot yourself back to, is this mine or is this somebody else's or someone else's expectations? And going back to, it's okay to say no.
Yes, it is.
But just check that obligation, because even if it's an obligation and I don't really want to do it, but you're still going to do it, then do it. That's okay. Like, don't.
But reframe that should into I'm choosing to do this.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
That's such an
Again,
important
a reframe.
piece. It is. Yeah. And that is so important. It sounds like oh, Moira, it's just words. Yes, but you see, we cast spells with our words.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And so if you're saying, oh, I have to do this. Actually, somebody did that to me just recently. Like, they were saying that they had to do something and they were doing like huffing and puffing. And I'm like, can we shift this wee bit?
Oh my God, that was,
yeah, exactly. That
I can actually feel it. I can feel their pain. I can feel it. So if your body's going,
yep, there's time to unpack. It's time to unpack, because even that, and that's maybe we've given our power away to something outside of us without realizing power starts internally.
Yeah.
Our calibration, our alignment with our purpose, it's internal. It's an inside job. Yeah. And so if we are going, oh my God, I have to do this for this person, I have to do that, and I have to do this, I don't have time for me.
I can even hear it in your voice. My God, that would just drain me.
Yeah.
Imagine what it does to your head over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. And so right there, that's time to say, okay, guess what? I'm going to press pause, and I can tell all of that blah, blah, blah. I'll come back to you. But sometimes if we really calibrate to our heart breath, that sometimes we find, gosh, I was getting all discombobulated about all these things that I was making stories up about.
Yeah.
And this goes back to what we were talking about this just recently, Deb. I don't think it was on one of our episodes, but we were talking about just allowing ourselves to feel the emotion without getting caught up in why am I feeling this? Oh gosh, people like me shouldn't be feeling like this, and creating narratives and judging ourselves or stuffing that emotion away. Whereas maybe you just need to feel the feeling, and it just flows away. So this idea of, if purpose feels lost, maybe you just need to sit with it and go, well, this is interesting.
Well, that's that truth thing again. Tell yourself the truth. And I think it's only you judging you. Yes. Others will judge you, but really let them judge, because they're just not looking at their own stuff, whatever. But I mean, it goes back to us. And I think when that was just before, wasn't it? Before we hit record, that it's just okay to cry. I was like, when were we having that conversation? It was recently.
It was just earlier today.
just an hour earlier, okay. But it is. But when it comes out, and I think that's that thing is just, I guess the other thing is be okay with who you are. And when I say be okay, because you're not going to go, oh my God, I can't believe I cried, and just be okay with it. Be okay. Don't have to pom yourself. Yay, I cried today. You don't have to do any of that, or oh no, I didn't. Any of that. It's just like, okay, just be okay with who you are right now. I'm okay with who I am.
And what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Who you are and what you're feeling. Because that's what I'm saying about the calming down the narrative, because the narrative may have you believing, oh gosh, I'm not skilled. I don't have wisdom. I'm stupid. I'm a bit of a loser, right?
Yeah.
All these things is like, no, don't get too caught up by the narrative. Just allow yourself and tell yourself the truth. This is what I'm feeling. This is an experience of this feeling. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
And I think when you jump on that crazy mindset train that's going to run you ragged, even just think of Moira's words. Don't get caught up in the narrative, and it can just stop just like that. Like, don't get caught up in it, people. Stop. You can. How do I stop? Just stop. Just go. Today, no more. No more. Right from now. It's that simple. We don't have to go, how do we do it? Let me find that podcast of Moira and Deb's. Where was it? What was it? Tip number 1? Was it tip number 4? Like, just go back. Just go. Enough. Enough. I'm stopping right now. And it goes back, I think about these things that we've said, and it goes back to that reframing again. Isn't it reframing our language, when you're on that spiral, or you're on that narrative, this, and this. Actually, no, I'm just going to reframe it right now. Right now. And that's how quick it can be, people. You don't have to, oh, what do I need to do? How do I need to do it? You'll surprise yourself.
You know what this makes me feel, what you were just saying about the, oh my God, how do I do it? And what episode was that? And what was the teaching?
And that's not our intention, people, by the way.
No, it absolutely is not. But here's the thing, is what I want to kind of bring into this is to understand that all of this, in fact, it's almost like a theme that weaves through so many of the conversations that we have. It's internal. Your sense of purpose, your sense of fulfillment, of meaning, it's internal. If you get yourself caught up by I have to listen to that podcast, I have to watch that webinar, I have to attend that masterclass, I have to read that book, I have to take that, all of that is not, nope. Those are, I get to do that if I choose to, but not I'm broken, or I'm going to find my sense of purpose that way. It can help underline it. It can help confirm it. But really, if purpose or fulfillment is feeling lost, it's time to come home to you.
Mm.
And even as I say that, Deb knows this. I've got my hand on my heart. It's just like, okay, this is just a wee bit of a detour off my, I've got this. Maybe
Yeah.
that's all it is, just to say, I've got this. It's all is well in my world. I've got this.
Well, I think when you were just talking about that is just I've got this is returning to um what lights you up.
Yeah.
Just, I've got this. What do I need to do right now? Okay, I need to just take myself have a beautiful cup of hot water. Or I need to go stand outside or maybe not at Moira's because she's got snow there.
No, you could
She's
go
got
and
snow.
stand outside and try not to get blown away. Go and have
Yeah,
a yogi tea. Go and have a
but
yogi tea.
yeah, that's it. That's it. Whereas I'll just go lie by the pool.
Yeah.
But this is it. You're going back to what actually lights you up. And when you can do that, what lights you up, and you pull yourself back to that, that's actually where we're sitting because um, that's what's going to give us our feedback. That energy is our feedback. And it's
Mm.
going to give us that vitality that's going to constantly lift us and assure us that we're back on track because our body's going to tell us. But just going back to self-care, glitter time, just what energizes you. Not what energizes you so other people can keep an eye on you, like what's lifting you up and the false things. What energizes you, what loves you. So you're
Yeah.
tracking your energy, not your own approval that you can get through things.
Yeah, like that it's this what you're talking about, that's that sacred self-care. That's that
Mm,
being wrapped in a love blanket, that it's like
yeah,
I don't have to perform or be something to be on track with that which lights
yeah,
me up or gives me a sense of fulfillment. It's it's right here.
yeah,
And
that's the one.
give yourself a hug with that love blanket. Go to
Yes.
your glitter bubble or
Mm,
your self-soothing kit or things of that
yeah,
nature, right? Is that and maybe
yeah.
that is just to repeat yourself a mantra. I've got this. All is well in my world. I've got this.
Yeah. Just
Right?
just just in there. I know for me, if I'm in a funk, I just literally now there's days I definitely don't go outside. Well, not that I don't go outside because I work from home. I do, but there's days that I just leave and I walk and I go around our garden. We've got a large garden. I just walk around the garden and I
Mhm.
go, what could I have done differently? What worked? What didn't? And I question myself. But there's that grounding there's that, I'm away from my computer. I'm away from my phone. I'm away from my headset. I'm away from all of those things. And you're just removing yourself and you're just going to that, what feels right for me right now. Just
Mhm.
like that yogi tea bag.
Yeah, exactly.
But but whatever it is, and be okay giving yourself permission to take time out of your office, your phone, those things. Actually, I don't think we've got given yourself permission because that's actually a bloody
It's
decent.
a very, very important one all by itself.
Let's
Give
re-say that.
yourself permission to step away from that which maybe is feeling pressurized or too busy or
Yeah. Well, the
making you
clarity
lose
comes
sight.
when you step away too.
Yes, absolutely.
We know that when you're sitting there and you're sitting there and you're sitting there, and then suddenly you just get up and you go somewhere, and you're like, as you walk out of your office, like, oh, there's the answer. Well, I sat there
Exactly.
for 30 minutes trying to find that when you finally surrender.
How many times does that happen? That you're looking,
Every time.
searching for something. Ah, to hell with it. I'm going to give up. And then ta-da, there it is.
I know, every time. And then I go, oh, there you go. Confirmation bias again. Get the evidence. There you go, Deborah. You don't have to sit there and try and force it out. You know when you let the attachment go, it suddenly appears.
This is reminding me of another conversation I had recently with the client was because you're saying giving yourself permission to step away from your desk. That's what we were saying. But
Yeah.
I also say give yourself permission to turn notifications off on your phone.
Oh, I don't know if I could do that, but yeah.
I actually never have notifications on my phone, ever.
Oh, really?
Really, really.
Oh, I don't know. Well, it doesn't mean I respond to them when they come up. Just if my people know me and they're like, yeah, but Deborah, we sent you a message. And you're like, yeah, I had my phone beside me. I saw it. I'm not going to
No, you
respond to
see,
it.
my mindset is I need to be in good, grounded, calm, soothing
Oh, yeah.
space to be a best service to those that I support or that I
Yeah.
guide. And so if I'm have something on and maybe I'm having a bit of a funk, maybe I need to have a cry.
Yeah.
I'm not in the mindset or have the bandwidth to attend to something that somebody wants from me.
Mm.
Whereas if I attend to my own emotional landscape and then go, and I regularly check, you know that.
Yeah.
If it's not, it might be that you send me a message and it takes me 2 or 3 hours to respond to you, but it's still in the same day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody that knows me knows that. But this is such an important piece because this is coming back to that piece that I just said about everything is internal. I have to look
Yeah.
after my internal landscape first and foremost as a priority in order to be in alignment
Mm.
with my own purpose,
Yeah.
my life's work, right?
Yeah.
You're listening to Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, here to help listeners unlock their full potential so they can thrive, not just survive. They've shared some very powerful insights so far, so it's time to take a moment to breathe, reflect, and jot down any key takeaways. What's one piece of advice that stands out to apply right away? Before wrapping up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from everyone. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback, and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how listeners are putting these insights into practice. Let's dive back in and finish strong.
It's funny because funny, not funny. My partner, she works for an organization, and I giggle because I'm like, is that your phone going off? And she's like, yeah, it's in the office. And I'm like, don't you need to get that? She goes, no, it's my work phone. It's outside of work hours. And I'm like, wow, wow. I find
What?
that so, I know,
Right.
so odd. I'm like, oh, you what? You leave your work phone in your, she works from home and then she
Workspace.
works in an office as well. She's got 3 areas where she works from, 2 outside of the home. And I just giggle with her phone because she goes, oh, no, it's not a work day at the moment. Now we're back tomorrow. I'm like, oh, I would be curious. I'd have to go in there and see who's messaging me at 8 o'clock at night. But for me, but it is putting that, I'm going to use that word boundary, putting that
It's
in
boundary.
place
Yeah.
again for giving yourself permission to put yourself number one.
But its boundary is, and this goes back to something we've talked about fairly recently too, about that idea of we educate people how to treat us.
Mm,
And
yeah.
so this goes back
Mm,
to the phone notifications too.
yeah, it
If
does.
I educate people of like, no matter what time of day or night, I'm going to be there and respond to your message.
Yeah.
That's me that set that up. Whereas,
Yeah.
like you're saying, your partner says, well, between this time and this time, that's when I'm going to pick up that notification.
Yeah.
Because the outside of those times, she's probably got herself completely immersed in other things.
She's in another world, yeah, as me.
Yeah.
But I also love, and I think that's the thing is I also love that she's so different to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like from that, like, I can appreciate seeing how she runs her world
Yep.
compared to me,
Right.
who who's on my phone and all the rest of it. But it's so different, and to see how it works for her, and she has that in place, and I respect that. I like that. I don't know if I could do that. I've never tried it.
And she's probably looking at you saying, well, I could never do that. But
Yeah,
it's the
exactly.
it's
I
the
think
contrast and the respect of there are different ways of doing things,
that's right. And
showing
I
up
think,
authentically as we are.
yeah,
Right?
and that goes back to that sacred self-care. What works for you may not work for me.
Yeah.
What works for Moira may not work for me. And just remembering that, acknowledging what works for you works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we only get there by listening to people like Debs and Moira and making notes of the things that we suggest. Go try them.
Yeah.
Knowing that not every idea or every strategy that we suggest you try is going to be yours.
Yeah.
Some of them you're going to say, oh, well, I like that little part of it. So good, keep that. But if
Yeah.
it doesn't align, it doesn't vibe with you, that's fine. It's not for you.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
such an important part. But we only get there by coming home to ourselves and saying, how does this make me feel about me? Does it make me feel nurtured and held and seen and understood and grateful?
Yeah.
Or does it make me feel nervous and tense and, oh, what's the next step? And, oh, I'm not sure about this. Those are all take off to the side. Park
Yeah,
them.
can run you ragged.
Mm.
It's a nice way of putting it. Well, I was just thinking, even when I was sitting here comparing myself to Tracy, thank you.
Cancel, cancel, cancel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cancel. I think when I think about this, I want to talk about time. I would like to talk about time frames. And when I think about our time frame comparison, I want to put in, our time frame comparison, just knowing that, oh, where's my purpose? What am I doing? When should I do it? It's what's that time frame? Is that a realistic time frame that you're supposed to have lost all this weight
Mm.
since 2026 or made all this money and we're
Or
now in
written this
2020?
book and had a
Yeah,
bestseller.
absolutely. And why did and my like just really check in with that time frame, and are they realistic of your purpose? Because the truth is, people, you're always on purpose. The purpose is actually right there, which actually, Moira, have we done a podcast about how to find your purpose?
I think we did a while ago. Maybe it's
I
something
think
that
it
we
must
could.
be a new. Must be a new. Would you like to know how to find your purpose? If you, by the way, you're on purpose. Here's a quick shortcut here. But that's actually probably a great thing.
Yeah, something that we can set up,
We
set
can
up to
throw
do.
that in the mix of all our list of
Our list of
where we're
titles to
going.
come. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. But thinking about that, just check in with your time frames and reminding yourself that um you're not late. You're not
Mm.
late with your purpose. But I know at the start we talked about transition, instead of saying we're lost, we're in a transition stage. Think of it as you're recalibrating. You're in a recalibration phase. So you're definitely not late to your purpose, but you're in that recalibration phase of what does that look like.
Yep.
And I think
And
it's
that's
just a game.
exciting when we can
Yeah.
pause and say, oh, this is shaking up or taking a different form,
Mm,
up leveling. These are
yeah.
all beautiful experiences that you can, when we go through phases like that, you will get to a point in the future where you go, oh gosh, thank goodness I listened to my inner wisdom. I followed the guidance and didn't
Yeah.
get all caught by the there's something wrong
Yeah.
with me, or I'm late, or I missed the boat, or
Oh.
it's like, no, you didn't. You're always in the right place at the right time. Always, always, always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if your chattering mind would have you believe otherwise.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I think always, you're always on track at every moment of every day, even when
Mhm.
you don't feel it. Trust. And it goes back to that trust, truth, and gratitude.
I know that should be our tagline: trust, truth, and gratitude. But you see, the other part here, and we were talking about comparison. You brought in comparison. Um, Something else that's very important about this is going back to that inner focus of this is my pace. I am in the right place at the right time, and really getting in touch with how are you wired? We are all wired in different ways. And what I mean by that is we all have our own propensity for being in processing and being in achievement, for actually getting things done and doing, and then needing to retreat and recalibrate and rest and rejuvenate, restore. We all have different quotients of
Mm.
requirement for that. And so if we compare ourselves to somebody else who's like an Energizer bunny, and they're just like going and
Enough.
going, and maybe you're much more of a contemplative rest and retreat type of person, that's your way.
Mm.
And you cannot You might be able to do it in a little small burst. I'm talking completely from my own experience in life.
I hear you. I can
Yeah.
feel it. I
Yep.
feel it in my body. I know you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And that's why I've actually had 3 burnouts in my life. And this is what it's taught me is I can be extremely productive and get so much things done, but then I need to recalibrate and reset and rest and nurture and nourish myself
Mm,
at the core. Maybe that's
yeah.
how come I have to turn my notifications off too.
Well, I think 2025 for me was a vroom. Yeah.
Yeah, went by on a greased lightning for you.
That was just every time I landed back in New Zealand, there was another thing. And
Yeah.
away we go again.
Yeah,
But
remember you said that you were doing something. I went, hang on a minute, did I know that? Because
yeah,
there were these things were coming
that
up
was
so
often.
fast. Yeah, it was
It was
often.
awkward. You're like, oh yeah, 2 weeks I'm off to, 3 weeks I'm off to India. When did you
Yeah,
decide that? 2 days ago.
yeah, yeah, that.
You're like, did I know about that? Nope. Was it in your equation? Nope. Did you plan to go to India? Nope. It just happened. And I think that's it. So it is that just pausing. And
Yeah.
when you we were talking about this earlier, just being present.
Yes, we
Just
were.
present and feeling it. Was that part of this conversation? I don't even know. But it's about being present and just feeling.
Yeah.
And if you want to cry, cry. If you want to laugh, laugh. Like whatever
If you
that
want to
is.
have a
Like,
tantrum, do so.
yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Just
stamp
be
your feet.
aware if you're gonna have a tantrum that other people might be at the other end of that tantrum. So just let them know
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna have a
do.
tanty. Don't try and resolve me. Back away. Back away. Anything I say or do, just don't take it personally. And away you go. But I think that's it, is being present and going back to being, I know we talked about truth, trust, truth, and gratitude earlier.
Mhm.
Um, but being present and just feeling it and not running from it and just going, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what it is. Don't try and solve it
Yeah.
right now. Just sit and feel it and know that everything passes through,
Yeah.
and it passes through when it's ready, not when you're ready, by the way, but it
Well,
passes through.
I think that this brings in another point that I'd like to bring into this conversation, and that is patience.
Oh, hate that. So pause, presence, and patience.
There you go. Pause, patience, and presence. That's a good title. The reason being is, and it was following up exactly from what you say, everything's happening at the right rhythm, the right pace. But sometimes we try and force outcomes. Like,
Mm,
dang it, why am I going through this again? Or why is this coming up again? I have to push it or have to. No, just having some patience, pausing, and just
yeah,
knowing all in good time, all in
yeah,
divine right timing. Maybe that's your mantra. Everything's happening in divine right timing, right?
yeah. Yeah, I like that. Everything's happening in divine timing.
Divine right timing. Notice that she didn't put right in there. That's Miss Debs here, my friend, who is not really that patient.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there's that. What did you
yeah.
say? Patience, pause, and what was the third one?
Presence.
Presence. Yes.
I've written it down. I've written it on my purple post-it note to discuss with you later, young lady.
Aha.
Got this new purple post-it note, people, that when I talk to Moira and I go, oh, there's an idea, but we're still podcasting, I have to whip it onto my post-it note so I
Your
don't forget.
purple post-it note.
My purple post-it note. Um, we've hit our time frame to wrap things up, Moira, which is can't believe it.
Oh, it's already here.
I know you say that every time. I
I
say
know
that
you
every
do.
time. So we're going to grab your note taking device. We're going to sum this up, people. But you never know. There might be another couple at the end.
It usually is. It
Usually is.
usually is.
Apart from the yogi tea bag, that's a given. That's a
Mm-hmm.
given. But let's wrap this up for our strategies for when purpose feels lost. Even just saying that, strategies when purpose feels lost, I just feel for the person who's sitting there going, that's me.
Yeah.
But after these notes, I'll feel differently. But they just feel, you can feel how heavy that is.
Yeah, and that's why I had suggested at the very beginning that if that is you, I hope you did set an intention and did hear something that, oh, that's the one I needed to
Mm,
hear,
yeah,
right?
yeah, because it does feel heavy, and I know we started again with heart coherent, and heart coherent is so, I'm going to say simple, can be done anywhere, can be done quick, long, whatever that is. And it can even be as simple as just putting your hand on your heart.
Yeah,
Again, pause, presence, and patience,
yeah.
actually.
There's the tagline.
Yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
But going back to that heart coherent again, and listen to Moira's start of the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next step after that, I talked about realigning. So, and actually, I was weaving that into that heart coherence. If that's all you did was put your hand on your heart, but you can you can use that as a reset. You can use that as a, oh, okay, I just need to stay present, and it does actually recalibrates you, right? Just that.
I know, simple as that.
Simple. Just as simple as that.
Just to realign and reset you. The next one I have is to reframe lost
Hmm.
into transition.
Yeah.
So when you're going, oh, I'm feeling strategies for when purpose feels lost, strategies for when purpose feel like they're transitioning. Oh, so
Yeah.
even that just makes it sound so much nicer.
But that's when I
And
added, yeah, the lightness that gives you a bit of curiosity. It's like if
mm,
something's in transition, like, oh, what am I going to discover now?
yeah, definitely. And knowing that your purpose doesn't vanish, but it evolves
Hmm.
as well. Yeah, bringing that curiosity.
Yes. The next one is where Deb was talking about building evidence. So if you feel like you're a bit discombobulated, like you've lost sight of your purpose, that what's the evidence of when you felt off track or questioning? Because oftentimes when we land into, oh, the last time I felt like this, something epic showed up, right?
Mm,
So it's about aligning with the highest octave of you. And sometimes that can feel a little bit like trepidatious. We can feel a bit like, oh my gosh, I thought it was going to go this way, but now things are kind of falling apart or going in a different way. Just take the next step. Trust,
yeah,
trust, trust, trust,
yeah.
right?
Well, I have everything's on your way, not in your way. And just even if that's a little mantra you need to tattoo on your forehead, or maybe not.
At least on your wrist or something, somewhere you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
that's it. But remembering that everything is on the way, not in the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, the next three we've actually got put together. I've got trust, truth, and gratitude.
Yes.
So I think even though we've merged them together, they've clearly
It's
separate.
all of their own.
Trust yourself, trust others, trust the bigger picture. Again, from that building evidence. Truth, tell yourself the truth that this
Landed
is
in
who I
your
am right
truth.
now.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, your truth. And gratitude.
Yeah.
Back to be thankful for where you are, how far you've come. Last time you got challenged by this, or last time you perceive you lost your purpose, you actually bounced back a lot quicker. Like, have that gratitude for celebrating how far you've come.
Yeah. And that's where, when I said about gratitude, it was also about having gratitude for the inner dialogue. The inner dialogue that's
Oh, yes.
saying woulda, coulda, shoulda, and maybe making you feel like you're disconnected from your purpose, but maybe it's the past paradigm. It's something that doesn't serve you. So you say thank you. And that
Yeah,
actually acknowledges it and releases it. And
yeah.
then talking about releasing, this is the next one was obligation,
Mm-hmm.
where and that's when I was laughing at Deb saying she was saying I should do this. Should has to be a red flag. If
Good.
you find yourself saying I should follow that path, I should say yes to this, I should say no to that, those are times to really just check in with your words and say, what am I choosing? What's the best choice for me?
Yeah.
Right? And that actually helps you get back into alignment with your essence, with your core, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I've got don't get caught up in the narrative.
Yeah.
As in, when you start hearing that dialogue, we talked a little bit about it, inner dialogue, when you hear that internal dialogue or external dialogue, or well, it's only internal or external where it's coming from, but just don't allow yourself to get caught up into that narrative, because that is a hamster wheel, and the only way to
Yeah.
get off is get into it. Yeah.
And that's leading on from that one. We talked about being okay with who you are and what you're feeling. Just, it's so important to just, okay, this is what I'm feeling. That actually helps you jump out of the narrative. It's just like being in acceptance with this is how things are at the moment. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way, but it
Yeah.
means you're just saying, I accept. This is how it is. This is what I'm feeling. This is how things are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Um, give yourself permission. What energizes you?
Yeah.
What energizes you? And we talked a little bit about sacred self-care. We talked about a glitter bomb, and it's just give yourself that permission to do whatever it is, to walk away, take a breather during any time, at any moment, because when we often walk away, that's when the answers happen.
That's when the clarity arrives.
Give
But that was
yourself that.
also, I suggested giving yourself permission to turn notifications off. That totally locked Deb's.
And there's no way I was
her.
going to put that down here.
That's why I had to add it in.
Just by the way, people, I think it's a great idea. Just not for me.
Just not for you.
For Moira and my partner, yes, but not me.
Not you. And that one segued nicely into when we talked about boundaries. I've said this before on previous conversations, is we teach people how to treat us and how to speak to us and what to ask of us. And if it's becoming depleting or draining our energy, then it's time to say, hey, wait, I'm gonna change the way this is being framed. That's why notifications get turned off. Right.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Again, we talked about reframing our words. You're not behind, you're not late, you're recalibrating.
Yes.
And it's just a little simple reminder of that, because when we can actually go, oh, I'm recalibrating, it allows us to go, oh, okay, this is this transition that I've been waiting on, or this, it just makes sense, recalibrating. Yeah.
Totally get that. That's a good one. The next one I talked to you a bit about is about getting in touch with how you are wired. You know, when I was saying that we're all made up in different ways. Some of us have lots of life force energy and we can keep hustling and pushing and doing, and that's how we are wired. Whereas others can go in spurts and they need to honor that here I've just done that spurt and now I need to refill, realign, recalibrate, rejuvenate.
Pull back.
Coming back into that. So it's actually, and that's what I made a note. I don't think I said this. It's just being very aware of what is your creative cycle. The creative cycle it's the same for all of us. It's just that it shows up in different ways, and we have different spaces of time that we need. So we first of all have the idea, then we get busy doing the idea, and then we retreat. And it's in that retreat that we re-energize ourselves and we contemplate the ideas for the next creative endeavor. So because we're all wired differently, somebody may need to retreat for a lot longer than somebody else who has lots of access to energy. Right?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And the next one I have is pause, presence, and patience.
Yes.
And this is literally about seeing it, pause, be present, and be patient. Patient. And just know that everything happens in divine. No, everything happens in divine right timing.
Yeah. That was the last one I had.
That's the
Unless
last
you,
one. That's the last one I had. No. And then when we're going to go to a yogi tea bag. We're going
yes,
to go to a yogi tea bag.
we are. Well, we actually have two, but
Oh. Okay.
they're good ones too. So the first one is be guided. Listen to the whispers of the universe.
Oh.
So see if you
Again,
feel that
pause, presence,
purpose.
and patience.
Yeah, listen to the whispers of the universe. And then the other one that came out was even a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a first step.
Ah,
Mhm.
that's perfect.
It is.
That's perfect.
They're
Oh, la, la.
perfectly aligned with
Yeah.
strategies for when purpose feels lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we're transitioning our purpose. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Recalibrating,
Yeah.
transitioning.
So we can rise again. So, listeners, that was our strategy. So when purpose feels lost, it does. It just feels like, yeah. So please, listeners, just one tip from today, just for today, start implementing them because our purpose doesn't disappear. It doesn't.
No.
It's just waiting for us to be present and patient
Exactly. Yes.
and honest, with honesty and alignment. Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
So, listeners, I'm going to ask you this question. There's a question coming for you.
Drum roll.
So, where in your life do you feel most energized right now? And how can you intentionally create more space there?
Nice.
Where in your life do you feel most energized now? And how can you intentionally create more space there?
Love it. That's
That's
a good one. There's a
And
goodie.
then let us know. Let us
Tell
know.
us.
Yeah, because we love knowing this. We love the evolution and what happens to you because we know it happens within us. So let us know. That would be pretty freaking cool.
Yes.
So that is our deliciously motivated mindset conversation with Debs, that would be me, and Moira, that would be
That would
her.
be me.
As we talked about it, strategies for when purpose feels lost or in transition.
In transition. It's found. It's found now.
Yeah, it's there. You're writing it, people.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, listeners. Thank you for joining us today. You'll hear us on our next podcast. Thank you, Moira, for your wisdom today and your smiles and chit chats outside the recording. And the yogi tea bag. Thank you very much again, and for our internet today.
Definitely. Thank you for the internet because we've got quite the storm going outside.
I was just going to say, and thank you for the storm because everything's held up. Well, Moira's got snow. We've got pool weather here, swimming pool weather.
Nice. Love it. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
listeners. Thanks, Debs.
Thanks.
Thanks, internet. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, where the mission is to help listeners unlock their full potential and thrive, not just survive. As the episode comes to a close, they trust you've gained some powerful insights. If you haven't already, take a moment to reflect on one key takeaway that you'll apply right away. Before we wrap things up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from you. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how you're putting your insights into action. Thanks for listening, and remember to keep thriving.